All right, part two. All right, we're looking at question 4A. All right, now before we dive into all of it, notice that up top where it says y equals mx plus b, this jazz right here is what they want it to end up in. But look at the answer. I mean, look at the question, the equation they give you. 2x plus 5y equals negative 20. It's not in the correct format yet. So there would be some tricks we could do here. And if you shoot me back a message after you've seen this video, you're like, my teacher uses this trick, and it has to do with a over b or negative b over a, actually. That's fine. And if you need help explaining through that trick, I'll walk you through that trick. But I'm going to show you what I've seen most teachers use. What most teachers tell their students to do from here is to solve this equation, the 2x plus 5y equals negative 20, to solve it for y first, okay? So in order to maintain some space, we're going to do that right up here. So to solve for y, what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to take this 2x and get over to the other side first, okay? So now this is a positive 2x right now. So in order to move it over, I need to subtract 2x from both sides. So if I subtract 2x from both sides, okay, those will cancel. So on the left-hand side of the equal sign, so here's my equal sign. I'm just drawing a line through it to kind of help like permeate in your brain like where the equal sign is, okay? You can say 5y is equal to negative 2x minus 20. Now you might be wondering, Mike, why did you, there's a 20 there. Try to see, it cuts off the side of the screen, but that says 2x minus negative 2x minus 20. Just please believe me, okay? So you might be saying, well, why did you put the negative 2x first? Why didn't you say negative 20 minus 2x? Okay, well, that would have been the same thing, but look at the format. It says y equals mx plus b. So it's just easiest in our brains to try to write it in that same format, okay? I still made the 2x negative, and the 20 kept its same sign. It was negative originally, so it stayed negative, okay? So the next thing I need to do is to continue isolating y, so it means I need to divide everything by a 5. Oh, I just moved the screen recorder. That has got to be weird. Try to move it back. Sorry, I swear I'm not that bad at technology, but today it seems like I am. All right, so you get y equals negative 2/5 x. Remember, this was a negative 20, so negative 20 divided by 5 is a negative 4. So that's our equation that we want to create a parallel line to. Okay, we want to create a parallel line to it using the point. So first off, if it's parallel, what do we know our new slope should be? Well, slopes in parallel lines are the same. So I got it going on in red down over here. All right. So the slope from this line we just made that we just solved for into the format of y equals mx plus b, the slope was negative 2/5. Okay, because that's our m value. So we can say negative 2/5 x plus b. Now what we're going to do is plug in that point they gave us, which was negative 5, 3. Okay. And so we're going to say y equals negative 2. Oh, sorry. They gave us a y value, and we're plugging it in. That's the y value of 3. Do you remember over here? I couldn't write it very well. I'm not the best at this at the moment. But this is a 3. So we're going to say 3 equals negative 2/5. And then they gave me a negative 5 for x. So I plugged that in, plus b. And I'm doing this so that I can solve for b. Okay? So I'm going to, hopefully you're catching on to something here. And if you're not, you can shoot me a message back. But hopefully you're saying, oh, Mike, this 5 and this 5 are just going to straight cancel. And that's correct. They're both going to become 1. And so I'm just going to say negative 2 times negative 1. Okay? So I'm running out of space again. I'm really good at running out of space, apparently. All right. So I'm going to get 3 equals negative 2 times negative 1, which is just 2, plus b. Now I'm going to subtract 2 on both sides. So that's going to give me y equals, remember our slope was parallel, so same slope. So negative 2/5 x. And then what did I get for b over here? Actually, I didn't finish. Sorry, I jumped the gun. All right. 3 minus 2 is 1. 1 equals b. So negative 2/5 x. That's an x. Please just believe me. It's only getting worse. Plus 1. So a line that goes to the point negative 5, 3 and is parallel to the line they gave us at the very beginning, 2x plus 5y equals negative 20, is the line y equals negative 2/5 x plus 1. Please note, the big thing they're trying to get you to note in this lesson, I promise you, the big thing they're trying to get you to note is that the slopes of the two lines are the same, but the b values are different. That is what's telling us that they are parallel, okay? So I'm going to pause the video so I can get a new page here. Okay, so this is for B. They gave us the line 2x plus 5y equals negative 20. And in 4a, we rewrote that so that we had solved for y, so we had isolated for y. So we got y equals negative 2/5 x minus 4. Now this time, they want a line that is perpendicular. Okay, so remember, perpendicular lines have different b values. Okay, well, I guess they don't technically have to. Okay, but they do have, their slopes are negative reciprocals of each other. So if the slope right now is a negative 2/5, then my new slope, the negative reciprocal slope, well, it was negative, so it's going to be positive, and I need to flip the slope. So it goes from 2/5 to 5/2. So now we have a line y equals 5/2 x plus b. And I want to solve, that's an x, and I'm just making it worse like I do every time, okay? And I want to solve for b, okay? And they give me the points negative 2, 3. They give me the points negative 2, 3, okay? So I'm going to plug those points in just like we've been doing. Hopefully you're catching on, okay? That this will go in for x, and this will go in for y. So I'm going to get 3 is equal to 5/2 times negative 2 plus b. All right, so then I'm going to get 3 equals, these 2's will cancel out. Why? Let's very quickly talk about y again. Because this negative 2, if you wanted to, you could write it as over 1. And remember, when you're multiplying fractions, top to top, numerator to numerator, bottom to bottom, denominator to denominator, they multiply. But then that means then, if it's multiplying, you can cancel out any top with any bottom. And the fact that this is a 2 and this is a 2 means I can cancel them out. I guess I can move my cursor. You can see that, couldn't you? The fact that this is a 2 and this is a 2, I can cancel them out. So then I get 5 times negative 2. I'm sorry, that's negative 1 now. My apologies. So it's 5 over 1 now, which is just 5, times negative 1 over 1, which is negative 1. So basically 5 times negative 1, which is negative 5. Okay, I was trying to use my mouse to draw. That's not working. So we get 3 equals negative 5 plus b. All right, so we want to solve for b. So we're going to add 5 to both sides, and we get 8 equals b. So then we are ready to write our final answer, which was y equals, I forgot what our slope was because I'm a dum-dum with a tum-tum, is 5/2 x plus 8. Okay, sometimes it's better to listen to me than to actually try to look at my handwriting. Back when I was a teacher, my students used to say that all the time. All right, so that says y equals 5/2 x plus 8. Okay, so that would be our final answer. That is a line that is perpendicular to the original line and goes through the point negative 2, 3. Again, what they're really trying to get you to notice in this lesson is that this and this are negative reciprocals if they're perpendicular. Okay, I know my videos are long. I do hope this was helpful. Feel free to shoot me back any questions. All right, have a great evening. Thanks, bud.